Hello everyone, my name is Rafiq Wayani. I'm here from IT Expert Webinars, and I really just want to talk to you about the cloud in general. I was going to make this presentation about Azure or Amazon Web Services, but I want a broader audience that really doesn't understand what the cloud is, other than perhaps an acronym or two that they use on a day-to-day basis. So let me explain this to you in very simple terms. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you've been working in IT for any length of time, you already know what it's like to put machines together. You know what it's like to put together switches and routers and operating systems and databases and messaging services and racks and power supplies and putting cables together and hooking up machines together and providing protocol information, what VPNs are, certificate authorities, and Active Directory, and monitoring and managing them. If you've reached that level, you already know how to do all of those things. As a matter of fact, the thought of putting together a data center from scratch is simply exhausting to you because you've done it so many times. So what you would like to do now is that you are at a point in your career or in your organization where you're able to design, architect, how everything will be laid out. You are then able to tell some entity, specifically the cloud, what pieces of the puzzle you want to deploy. And you decide, as the architect and as the organization, what pieces you want to manage and what pieces you're going to let and pay some other entity to manage. This is no different in other industries. It's the same exact thing. If you're a chef, you already know how to cook. Once you reach the executive chef level, you don't need to cook. You simply design menus, design and architect, if you will, how to best put meals together that will serve thousands of people well. This is no different. Yes, it's complicated. I completely understand. But as an organization, you need to be able to devise a plan that will allow hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands, or millions of people to be able to access your services. If that was not the case, if cloud was not available, organizations such as Amazon and Microsoft and Oracle and Apple, just to name a few, would not be able to provide services. eBay and Twitter and Facebook, list can actually go on. And it's not just limited to technology companies. So think about it for a moment. You decide as an architect, as an organization, that you want to manage certain things and you want to let others manage certain things, and you're willing to pay others for what they're going to manage. As a result, cloud is broken up into as a service, AAS terms. Let me share with you what the three big terms are, and I'm using right here. Pizza as a service, as an analogy, if you will, because it serves quite well. On-premise means you want to make a pizza in your house. Make it at home. Make it within your organization. Make it at home. And if you're making it at home, then you're providing the dining table. See, the green is you manage it. If you're making it at home, you're providing the dining table, the soda, the electric and the gas and the oven and the fire and the pizza dough and the tomato sauce and, of course, the baking itself. And you eat it. You're paying for the raw materials and you're paying for everything that's needed to be able to get this done. Then there's IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Now that's equivalent to take and bake when you pick up pizza from a grocery store. The grocery store provides you with the pizza dough ready-made, tomato sauce ready-made. You take care of the rest at home. And you pay a fee for that. Yes, it's higher, but it's also quicker to make. And using the IaaS method, you still have some level of control over how well the pizza tastes, because you still are doing a lot of the ingredients work, but it's faster. PaaS, platform as a service. PaaS is pizza's delivered to you, and all you're providing is the dining table and the soda, if that's what you drink, or I should really say something to drink. Everything else is provided by the pizza shop, including the pizza itself, so it's ready to eat. SaaS, software as a service, or SaaS. Software as a service is equivalent to dining out. You don't have to provide everything. The vendor provides everything. You know, the one thing that's not listed here in any of these things is cleanup, right? All of these things involve cleanup. Right? So there are a lot of things that aren't mentioned here that are implied. Security is one of those things. Cleanup is another one of those things. Backup plan is another one of those things. Disaster recovery is another one of those things. But nonetheless, on-premise, you do it in-house. You provide everything. IaaS, infrastructure as a service, is equivalent to take and bake. You provide the pizza dough and the tomato sauce. They provide the pizza dough and the tomato sauce, and you provide everything else. PaaS, platform as a service. You provide the dining table and the soda, and they provide everything else. SaaS, software as a service. They provide everything. You're just dining out. So SaaS costs the most, but requires the least amount of effort. On-premise costs the least in the big scheme of things, right? Because you still have to buy stuff. It costs the least, but it also takes the most amount of effort. Okay? IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. On-premise. On-premise gives you the most amount of control. SaaS gives you the least amount of control. On-premise costs the least. SaaS costs the most. Okay, and everything in between. On-premise, most control. SaaS, least control. IaaS are more control and less costly than PaaS. PaaS is equal control, if you will, to software as a service and infrastructure as a service, because in this particular instance, you still have to provide the dining table and the soda, if you will. Okay? Let's take a look at this here. You have end user applications. Now, end user applications is the software as a service, or SaaS. Okay? That's this right here. Dining out. How does this relate to what you do? Well, look at all of these software as a service that are available, ready to go. The CRMs, for example, Salesforce.com. All you have to do is sign up for it, right? You sign up for Salesforce and you begin using it. Here, so that's a CRM. That's SaaS. Right? Here's BI. There's a bunch of BI here, as you can see, ready to go. There's content management. There's vertical markets here. There's finance and accounting, ready to go. All you have to do is sign up and they do all the work. That's the dining out. They take care of the backup and the infrastructure and the cables and the routing and the switching and the access and the permissions and the backup and really everything. They take care of everything. You just sign up. SaaS, dining out. Right? Then there is developers and information technology professionals have to worry about platform as a service, or PaaS. Here are a bunch of platform as a service. Okay. Heroku is one of them, for example. GitHub is another one as far as PaaS goes. SkyTab is another one. There's a whole host of them. You can have database as a service as well. Just begin using it, configure it, and begin using it. Then there's infrastructure as a service. VMware, Windows Azure, Amazon Web Services, Amazon.com. IBM's got that. Right? Eucalyptus, right? Parallels. So there are bigger and smaller companies that are providing this. IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Okay? So why would you switch to the cloud? The big reason? Well, there are many reasons. You don't have to worry about physical servers. There's reduced downtime because you're able to recover things very fast. You can work from any location because cloud can be accessible from anywhere. You don't have to worry about backups. You do end up saving money when done right. The other big advantage, cloud offers elasticity. I'm able to expand and contract. In other words, when you are using SaaS, the dining out model, a restaurant can serve more or less people, right? If you have 10 people or 20 people, you don't have to worry about, if you're dining out, oh my God, where am I going to get the groceries? You just have to worry about the bill, because the bill is going to be higher, but the restaurant will serve you the same. Cloud computing allows you to expand and contract, even in the IaaS model. You can buy as many of these licenses or servers as you want. You're able to go from 10 users to 50 users to 1,000 users in a matter of clicks, and you're able to go from local to regional to national to worldwide in a matter of a few clicks. Yes, you pay more, but you also have the option of being able to get that done. You as an architect design which pieces will need to remain on-premise for whatever reason, maybe security, maybe performance, maybe their development test machines. You decide which pieces will be in the IaaS model, in the PaaS model, in the SaaS model. Basically, which components are you willing to manage and which components do you want the vendor to manage? Thank you very much for watching. This is Rafiq Wayani. You can get a hold of me by writing to me at this email address. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on YouTube just by searching for my name. And you can also find me on Twitter, itexpertwebinars.com. Thank you very much.